around this world like I'm about to break. Every step a tremor, every breath a ache. Trying to hold myself together, trying to stand up tall. But I'm just waiting for the final fall. They say that time will mend what's torn apart, but time just seems to sharpen the edges of my heart. It sits inside my chest, a heavy, brutal thing, a constant pain that silence seems to bring. Oh, I've got a heartache made of stone, a heavy weight I carry all alone. It doesn't bleed, it doesn't scar, it just sits there wherever you are. A cold and silent monument to us, covered in a layer of painful dust, hard and unbreakable, a heavy silent plea. A heartache made of stone is all that's left of me. I remember when my heart was light and free, a vibrant, happy part of who I used to be. You came along and made it beat a different pace. Now there's just a void in that empty space. I built a wall around it, tried to keep it safe, but you smashed right through it with your final cold embrace. Now it's a ruin, a fortress breached and gone, just the bitter aftermath from dusk till dawn. Maybe one day it will crumble into dust. Maybe time will ease the pain and the mistrust. But right now it's solid and it's cold and it's real. The only thing left of how I used to feel. It doesn't break, it just sits there and it waits through the endless nights and the lonely days. A heartache made of stone, a constant heavy thing, the only song my broken soul can sing. A heartache made of stone, a final cold goodbye beneath this gray and empty sky. A heartache made of stone, and I can't let it go. The lights are off, the world is fast asleep, but here in the dark my secrets I can't keep. The silence is loud, a deafening sound of a love that's lost and can't be found. I pour another drink, it doesn't help at all. Another night staring at the empty wall. The fridge hums a sad and lonely tune beneath the pale light of the broken moon. Oh, I'm crying on the kitchen floor, can't take the pain, can't take it anymore. With my head in my hands, a silent plea for the love you took away from me. The linoleum is cold, the tears are hot. Remembering the future that we never got. Just a broken mess, shattered and sore, crying on the kitchen floor. I thought we were forever, permanent design. Now all I have is this bitter, cheap red wine. The coffee maker sits unused, it's just a lonely sight of breakfast shared in the early light. Now I just sit here in the brutal, lonely dark, trying to fan the embers, find a single spark, but it's gone, it's over, the fire is dead, just the final echoes of the words you said. Maybe I'm pathetic, maybe I'm too weak to face the world without the future that we seek. But I can't move, I'm frozen to this spot, remembering everything we were and we are not. The final goodbye, the final tear I store, here crying on the kitchen floor. Crying on the kitchen floor, the final lonely sound on this broken hollow ground. Crying on the kitchen floor, a silent endless rain of regret and loss and agonizing pain. Crying on the kitchen floor, I can't take anymore. I still set the table for two, a force of habit I can't break. Every move a memory, for goodness sake. Your coat still hangs in the closet, the scent of you still there, a haunting presence lingering in the air. I hear your laughter when the wind blows through the trees, a brutal, beautiful sound that brings me to my knees. I'm living in a house of memories and regret, a final lonely hand I can't forget. Oh, I'm haunted by the ghost of us, the silent memories, the painful trust, a love that's gone, a life that's lost its way. Living in the shadows of yesterday, every room a reminder, every song a tear, living with the ghost of us right here. A permanent whisper, a painful silent plea, of all the things that we will never be. I remember movie nights, cuddled on the couch. Now it's just me in this empty slouch of a life half lived, a future half erased, a bitter, lonely, agonizing taste. The promises we made etched into my mind, a cruel reminder of what we left behind. I walk through rooms filled with the love we used to own, and all I can do is feel so all alone. Maybe one day the haunting will subside. Maybe one day I'll find a place to hide from all the memories, from all the painful past, from a love that was too beautiful to last. But right now, the veil between worlds is thin, and I can't find a way to finally win. The ghost of us is here to stay, stealing every single lonely day. The ghost of us, a silent, painful scream of a shattered, broken, lonely dream. The ghost of us is all that's left of me. Sunlight bleeds through the window pane. Another morning, just the same. I get up slow, the cold floor bites my feet. Another day of bittersweet defeat. The kitchen's quiet, a tomb of white and gray. Just me and the memory of yesterday. The pot is brewing, the only sound I know, as I face the day with my spirit running low. Black coffee, empty soul, losing all control. The caffeine rush, the bitter taste, a lifetime of love gone to waste. Staring out the window, watching the world go by with a hollow feeling and a tearless sigh. Just black coffee, empty soul, all alone. A heart of dust, a heart of stone. The world outside is moving fast, full of vibrant color. But inside this house, it's just another shutter. Pull down on happiness, on hope, on light. Just me surviving through the endless night. The cup is empty, just like the love we had. And nothing left inside me, happy or sad. Just a numb existence, a painful silent hum, as my heart stays frozen, my feelings overcome. I I thought you were my sugar, thought you were my cream, the waking part of my perfect dream. Now it's just black and bitter, a taste I can't erase, the final memory of your empty space. I'm just a shadow, a shell of who I used to be. Just black coffee, empty soul, finally. Black coffee, empty soul, the bitter taste of pain. Nothing left but the cold hard rain. Black coffee, empty soul, a silent lonely plea for the love that's gone, for you and me. Black coffee, empty soul, I'm finally complete in my despair. I'm holding the book where our story was written in gold. Every chapter a memory I thought would never get old. From the first hello to the final painful glance, a beautiful tragedy without a second chance. The ink is dry, the pages are worn and torn, and I'm left here bleeding from this emotional thorn. The cover's closed, the final words have been said. The dream we lived is permanently dead. Oh, our story is over, the end is finally here. Just a silent, hollow memory, a single tear. The main characters are gone, the plot is lost and sold, a final painful tale that's been cruelly told. No sequels, no happy ever after to be seen, just the brutal reality of what we could have been. Our story is over, and the heartbreak just begins as the final lonely silence wins. I thought we were an epic, a classic love for all time, a beautiful, perfect, complicated rhyme. Now it's a short, sad story, barely a passing red, planting a bitter, painful, silent seed. I keep rereading the parts where we were happy and alive, trying to find a reason, trying to survive. But the ending always stays the same, brutal and cold. A tale of love that couldn't hold. Maybe in another book, a parallel universe, we made it work for better or for worse. But here and now, in this painful reality, we're facing the end of our shared duality. There's no easy way to turn the final page and face the world alone on this empty stage. Our story is over, the book is finally shut, leaving my poor broken heart in a permanent Nothing left to say, just the painful memory of yesterday. Our story is over, and I can't let it go. The door you closed still echoes in my mind. A final slam, you left it all behind. I thought we built a fortress, strong and true, but it crumbled like the promises from you. Now I'm just left here in pieces on the floor. Shattered memories behind a locked door. Trying to pick them up, but they just break some more. 'Cause my heart can't function like it did before. Walked away so easy, without a tear, while my whole world dissolved right then and there. You found another love, a brand new start, and all I have is this empty, broken heart. Now I'm just left here in pieces on the floor. Shattered memories behind a locked door. Trying to pick them up, but they just break some more. 'Cause my heart can't function like it did before. Maybe someday I'll be whole again, I know. But for now the fragments are all I have to show. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Just trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. Now I'm just left here in pieces on the floor. Shattered memories behind a locked door. Trying to pick them up, but they just break some more. 'Cause my heart can't function like it did before. Left here in pieces, lost and all alone. The pain you left, it cuts me to the bone. Oh, I'm left here in pieces. Yeah, I'm left here in pieces, but I'll be fine. Yes, I'll be fine. Sunrise paints the window, I reach for you instead. Just a hollow space here in this empty bed. Every room is silent, echoing your name. Since you walked away, nothing feels the same. Your shadow haunts my every waking hour, a ghost in every memory, losing all its power. I see you in the mirrors, hear your voice so It's a bitter, silent haunting since you disappeared. The coffee cup you favor sits upon the shelf, staring at the phone. I'm talking to myself. I keep the porch light on, a habit from the past, hoping that this heartbreak won't forever last. Your shadow haunts my every waking hour, a ghost in every memory, losing all its power. I see you in the mirror, hear your voice so clear. It's a bitter, silent haunting since you disappeared. I try to run and hide, turn the lights down low, but darkness only makes the memories start to grow. You're everywhere I look, nowhere I can go. How do I escape this endless shadow show? Your shadow haunts my every waking hour, a ghost in every memory, losing all its power. I see you in the mirrors, hear your voice so clear. It's a bitter, silent haunting since you disappeared. Haunts my mind, haunts my heart, tearing all my world apart. Your shadow haunts mine, it just haunts mine. When will this haunting end? Ooh, ooh, when will this haunting end? The city lights are blurring through the rain. Another night alone with all the pain. I see your face in every drop that falls, haunting memories behind these empty walls. We built a world on wishes, hoped it wouldn't end, but a broken heart is something you can't mend. 'Cause dreams die hard tonight when the stars won't shine, losing you forever, that bitter paradigm. I thought our love was written in the sky, but dreams die hard, and when they do, you cry. I swore I'd be over you, free to love again. A part of me lets go, but my heart keeps giving in to all the what ifs and the chances that we missed, the future that existed in a single kiss. Now I'm just living in a past that won't come true, staring at the ghost of me and you. 'Cause dreams die hard tonight when the stars won't shine, losing you forever, that future beyond these silent skies. Nothing ever broke my heart like our future falling apart. Just seeing you in someone else's arms, a permanent scar. I know I have to let you go, but I don't know how we went so wrong. 'Cause dreams die hard tonight when the stars won't shine. Losing you forever, that bitter paradigm. I thought our love was written in the sky, but dreams die hard, and when they do, cry. Yeah, dreams die hard when they don't come true. There's nothing left to do, just me and my broken heart. Oh, dreams die hard tonight. I'm staring at the ceiling, trying to find a sign that things were meant to break between your heart and mine. The air is heavy, silent, where your laughter used to be. Now it's just the sound of sorrow drowning over me. We tried to keep the flame alive, fought against the odds, but some battles aren't meant to win, they just leave us float. And we ran out like water from a tap, just a hollow, silent feeling, caught within a trap. Ran out of the magic, ran out of the trust. Everything we promised turned to rust. Nothing left inside us, the well is dry and cold. A story without ending, too sad to be told. I still wear the necklace that you gave to me, a constant weight that reminds me we can't be free of the memories that haunt me in the middle of the night. When I reach for you and find just the moonlight, we forgot the reasons why we started this long road. And now I'm standing here beneath the heavy, lonely load. And we ran out of like water from a tap, just a hollow sigh. up every single ounce of care. Now there's nothing left between us there. And we ran out like water from a tap, just a hollow, silent feeling, caught within a trap. Ran out of the magic, ran out of the trust. Everything we promised turned to rust. Nothing left inside us. The well is dry and cold. A story without ending, too sad to be told. We ran out of love. Yeah, we ran out of love. Just an empty space where your hand met mine. Now everything is gone, lost in time. The alarm rings, but the other side's still cold. Another morning in this empty home, getting old. The coffee maker's humming just for one. Every hour starts to feel like a setting sun. We used to talk of silver strands and getting old. Now forever is a story I'm forced to be told. A silent house, a silent phone, a silent bed. Echoes of the words we left unsaid. Oh, this forever's too long alone, a sentence I'm serving on a silent throne. They say time heals, but the minutes crawl, haunted by the memory of it all. Every breath I take is a painful loan, 'cause forever's just too long alone. I rearrange the pictures on the shelf, I'm trying to convince my hollow self that I can live a life without your light. But the darkness stretches through the endless night. The promises we made, they feel like dust, a brittle, broken thing consumed by rust. I gave you my whole heart and I didn't expect to get it back in pieces, torn and red. Maybe I'm the one who messed it up somehow, or maybe love was just a temporary vow. I'm lost between what's real and what's a dream, and drowning in this quiet, lonely stream. I give anything to go back to the start, before forever meant a broken heart. Forever's too long alone. Yeah, this broken heart's my only home, just fading like a distant star, lost forever where you are. The rain is hitting the glass tonight, and I'm lost inside the fading light. of that last conversation, sharp and cold, a story of us suddenly untold. The words you spoke, they hang in the air, a permanent phantom I can't repair. The door clicked shut, the silence fell, and I'm trapped here inside my private hell. Oh, the bitter end lingers, like the touch of ghost fingers, a taste of ash on my tongue, a broken song that can't be sung. The credits rolled, but the screen's still bright, haunted by that final endless night. The we is over, the I begins, the bitter end lingers, and the pain wins. I trace the lines on your photograph, a map of memories, a broken path, each smile a reminder, a cruel decree of the future that you took from me. They say time heals, but it just rearranges the pieces of my heart through constant changes. Still every street corner, every familiar sound takes me right back to when we were bound. We built a world, a fragile design, thought forever was somehow truly mine. Now the walls are down, the foundations weak, just shattered silence where your voice would speak. Trying to rebuild, but the blueprints are torn. A future without you, I'm left to mourn. The bitter end lingers, a heavy chain binding me here to this endless pain. Wishing I could fast forward, skip the tears, escape these haunting, agonizing years. The bitter end lingers, a constant hum in the hollow space where my heart's become numb. Build a fire bright and bold, a story of us, a future told. With every spark a promise made, a warmth I thought would never fade. We watched the flames dance high and strong, thinking that was where we both belong. Now I just stare into the cold dark grave, realizing all too little, all too late. Only ashes remain now where the love used to be, a gray and lifeless empty sea. The heat is gone, the embers dead, every single loving word unsaid. I sift through the dust, trying to find a spark. Just shadows left here in the dark. Only ashes remain now, just the ghost of you and me, a silent, burned out memory. I remember laughter warm and bright, a guiding star through every night. Now all I feel is the hollow draft from the life we had completely half. I try to blow on the dying coal, hoping to breathe life back into my soul, but it's just smoke and a bitter, stinging air, the final chapter of our love affair. The foundation's cracked, the walls are burned, a lesson in loss I've sadly learned. No phoenix rising from this pain-filled pyre, just the chilling absence of desire. The fire's out, the dream is done before our race was barely run. Only ashes remain now, a silent grave of a love that just wouldn't stay. Just ashes and the lingering cold, a tragic, lonely story to be told. Only ashes remain now, the final bitter end. The morning light cuts through the blinds, revealing all the empty spaces that your absence finds. Your toothbrush is still in the cup, your shoes are by the door, but you're not here to need them anymore. No, no, no fight, no final goodbye kiss, just a sudden void, a terrifying abyss. The silence screams your name inside my head, wishing I could wake up from this nightmare in my bed. Why did you go without a single sound, leaving my whole world to crumble to the ground? Did I not love you right? Did I not make you see that my entire future was built around you and me? I search the streets, I look at every face I know, begging for an answer. Baby, why did you go? A text message I still can't bring myself to delete, the last time that your words in my heart would meet. I'll be home soon is all it simply says. Now it just drives me through an endless haze. I keep checking my phone, a foolish hope I fight. Then maybe you'll explain it all tonight. But the screen stays dark, the silence stays the same, and all I can do is whisper out your name. We had a plan, we had a life carved out in stone. Now I'm serving this sentence all alone. I'd rather have the anger, rather have the fight, than this cold, confusing, empty night. Just tell me what went wrong, give me the truth to hold, before this mystery makes my very soul grow old. Why did you go? I need to know, I need to know. My heart is breaking slow. Why did you have to go? Just leave me here alone. Why did you go? The suitcase sits by the door again, the final chapter of where and when we said we'd last, through thick and thin. But the walls are crumbling, the end begins. Your eyes are red, your voice is low. You say the words, I have to go. Every syllable a heavy stone I bear, a quiet terror, a shared despair. Goodbye was never easy, it's a dagger in the chest, putting this fragile, broken love to the ultimate test. They don't prepare you for the final look, the page you can't tear from the storybook. It's a silent scream, a final plea, knowing this moment changes us, to you and me. The hardest words I'll ever have to say. Goodbye was never easy, it just steals your breath away. The final hug is a weekend light, like two ghosts fading in the fading light. I hold on tight, wish I could stop the time, go back to when your heart was mine. The keys are on the counter, your side of the bed is stripped. Every hope we had just finally slipped. I watched the taillights turn the corner of the street. The bitter taste of permanent defeat. Maybe in another life we got it right, maybe we found a way to win the fight. But here and now, in this painful reality, we're facing the end of our shared duality. There's no easy way to sever every tie, no simple answer to the question why. Goodbye was never easy, It's just a lonely sound on the hollow, broken ground. Goodbye was never easy. It's a bitter pill, a memory that will haunt me still. Goodbye was never easy, just a painful, drawn-out plea from the person you used to be. The sun comes up too bright too soon, shining down on an empty room. I stretch my hand out in the morning light, searching for the warmth that used to make it right. But all I touch is a cool, clean sheet, a permanent end to the bittersweet. Silence is a blanket, heavy and cold, a story of a future left untold. Oh, your empty side of the bed, a ghost of every word we ever said. The pillow's flat, the cover's straight, a silent testament to our fate. No soft breathing, no gentle sigh, just me here asking the lonely sky how I'm supposed to make it through with nothing left of me and you. I keep the lamp on a little bit each night, as if you walk back in, turn on the light. The indent in the mattress, a memory I cling to, a physical imprint of what we went through. I fold the blanket where it used to be, trying to hold on to the old reality. But every night the space just seems to grow, reminding me that you just had to go. We used to argue over who got the most space. Now there's an ocean in this lonely place. I have all the room the world could ever hold, but I'm freezing inside, my heart is turning cold. I trade it all for one last crowded night, to feel your shoulder in the dim light. Used to be the center of the world, so it seemed, a perfect picture in a perfect dream. Now I walk down streets we used to know, Watch the people pass, all moving slow. I'm searching every single passing stare, hoping for a sign that you still care. But it's just endless eyes I can't connect with now, lost within the silence of the vow. Now I'm just a face in the crowd, crying silent tears, though I wanna scream out loud. Nobody sees the pain behind my eyes, the hidden cost, the silent lies. I used to be your everything, your chosen one. Now the love is over, the race is run. I'm a stranger here, lost and disalone, just a face in the crowd. I thought our love was something built to last, a sturdy ship against the stormy blast. Now I'm just wreckage washing on the shore, alone, unwanted, unsure anymore. I look at couples laughing, holding hands so tight, and remember how we used to shine so bright. 1,000 memories flash before my eyes, of the future stolen in a cruel surprise. Maybe I was foolish to believe we were unique, to think our love was strong enough, not weak. Now I blend right in with all the rest, a final lonely agonizing test, to live a life without your guiding light, lost in the sea of anonymity tonight. Just a face in the crowd, no longer yours, closing all the former doors. Just a face in the crowd, moving with the stream, a faded, broken, lonely dream. I put my chips down, bet my heart on you. Thought I had a winner, thought our love was true. The cards were dealt, the stakes were high, with stars in my eyes beneath the sky. I thought I knew the rules of the game we played, a beautiful risk that somehow never paid. Now the table's empty, the dealer's gone, and I'm left here bleeding from dusk till dawn. Oh, love is a losing game, a painful fire with a burning flame. You put your all in, you give your best, and it just puts your poor heart to the test. The house always always wins, that's what they say. And I'm the fool who chose to play, nothing left to show but the pain. Love is a losing game. I tried to hedge my bets, tried to play it smart, but you can't use logic with a foolish heart. I saw the red flags, heard the warning signs, ignored them all, just crossed the lines. Hoping for the jackpot, the ultimate prize, the lasting love reflected in your eyes. But the odds were stacked against me from the start. Just a one-way ticket to a broken heart. Maybe some people win, beat the brutal odds, but I'm not one of them, defying all the gods. I should have voted when I had the chance, before I lost my soul in this final dance. Now I'm bankrupt, emotionally destroyed, staring at the massive, empty void. Love is a losing game, I know that now. A broken, lonely, empty vow. Love is a losing game, a silent plea, just the final loss for you and me. Love is a losing game. I wish I never played. The calendar pages are a blur of years, a silent tally of the hopes and fears. We planned vacations, we talked about a home. Now I'm just sitting here, feeling so alone. I look at the clock, the hands they seem to mock every second spent building a house on a rock that turned to sand when the final storm just came. And all I can do is whisper out your name. Oh, I wasted all my time on you, believed in the promises I thought were true. Years I can't get back, moments lost and gone, staring at the wreckage of a life barely begun. Every laugh, every tear, every single sign that I wasted all my time. My friends all warned me, but I didn't want to see the person you really were, the end of us to be. I thought my love could change you, make you want to stay. Thought we would find a brighter, better way, but it was a one-way street. I did all the driving, while you were just a passenger, barely surviving. The ride we built is over, the tank is running dry, and I'm left here wondering why I even tried. I could have met someone else, someone who would care, built a real future, built a life to share. But I stayed with you, a fool caught in your spell. Now I'm living in my own personal hell. The only thing I have is this regretful rhyme, that I wasted all my time. Wasted all my time. Now the clock ticks slow, nothing left but the sorrow that I know. Wasted all my time, a bitter, heavy cost. All those years and everything we've lost. Wasted all my time, and I can't get it back. I used to leave a light on in the hall, hoping one day I'd hear your final call. The key turning, a familiar sound, hoping my lost love could still be found. But the waiting's over, the hope is gone. I can't keep living from dusk till dawn, with half a heart and a phantom plea, hoping you'd come back to me. But the door is now closed, finally, a lock on the past for you and me. No turning back, no second glance. We've run out of all our second chances. The light is off, the waiting's done. Our painful, lonely war is finally won. The chapter's ended, the final story told. The door is now closed, and I'm left out in the cold. I took down the pictures, packed away the past. A painful moment, I knew I had to make it last. The us is over, a memory in the mist, the final chapter of a love that can't exist. It hurts to let you go, to finally say goodbye, to look up at the final empty sky, and know that what we had is truly done. The race is over, the setting of the sun. Maybe in another time we'd have a different fate, but it's too late for us, far too late. I have to move on, somehow find a way to face another empty, lonely day. So I lock the door, turn the key with a tear, and face the future without you being here. The door is now closed, the final final painful sound on this lonely broken ground. The door is now closed and I have to let you go. Just a silent tear-filled flow. The door is now closed and I'm finally free, I know. The couch is too long, the bed is too wide, a constant reminder of where you used to hide. Behind the laughter, behind the easy grace. Now all I see is the echo of your face. The silence stretches longer than the hall, a permanent shadow on every wall. I trip on memories and the air is thin, in the ghost of a life that ceased to spin. Oh, nothing but empty spaces now, an endless void that makes me bow to the finality of this lonely pain, walking around in the bitter rain of tears and regret and what used to be. Just nothing but empty spaces for you and me. A hollow heart, a vacant home, a life undone beneath the cold and empty sun. I keep expecting your coat to be on the chair. Keep expecting to feel you in the air, but it's just a phantom, a cruel, cruel trick. Another painful memory that makes me sick. I rearrange the furniture, try to make it new, but every change just points right back to you. And the things that are missing, the life that's gone, the final sad ending of our dawn. We used to fill this house with noise and light, with plans for futures and wishes in the night. Now it's a museum of the love we used to own, a silent, broken, empty throne. I'm just a curator of all this loss, bearing the weight of the heavy cost. Nothing but empty spaces where your hand used to be, a life full of gaps in every single degree. Nothing but empty spaces, a quiet plea for the love that's gone. For you and me. nothing but empty spaces. And I can't fill